What a day with the hail, man.
Facts.
Joseph, get it over with, man.
Warning. The following program is a gaggle of friends talking about happenings in the world. It is meant to be comedic, informative, and not really serious. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or this broadcasting platform. There may be some cuss words, because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are a young person, please seek permission before listening any further. Sincerely, the people of Two Tired Dads. P.S. Don't sue us.
Dude, like a real life hailstorm.
Facts.
Like if I was on the highway, I would have had a flashback, PTSD, dumb shit.
Dead ass. Dead
Bro,
ass. It sounded like somebody.
What was it like?
Around drum.
What was it like?
It sounded like my shit was getting shot. The first one, it came down like I jumped. Right, obviously, it was a startling moment. Right, the next one, bing, and then all of a sudden, boom, windshield, bow, glass blew out, bow, glass flying all through the car. It was like your shit was getting shot. Like I posted a picture. Somebody was like, "You got shot at?" I'm like, "Nah, man. I got hit with the hailstorm. Sunroof gone, windshield gone, headlight gone, bumper gone, mirrors gone." I'm like, man, I ain't never in my life. I'm praying to God they don't total my shit. Like, I don't want them to. You know what I'm saying? But insurance, shout out State Farm. I don't plug.
Does the vehicle have a salvage or branded title?
Fucking, they're gonna be giving me depreciation value.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I already told them. I was like, whatever this depreciating, write that check. Like, cause God damn, man, I've lived some crazy shit in like Asia. She goes, we were talking. I was like, it's kind of crazy when you think about how real my life has been. That I didn't get out of the car shaken. I didn't get out of the car phased. Like, I literally, it hit my windshield. I called State Farm before it was even done. I'm on the phone. Hey, I got to claim the place. I need to get this shit in before anybody else does. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I get it in now. I pull up. I took pictures while I was on the phone with State Farm, sent them to Rich. You know what I mean? Let them know, like, hey, look, I'm not bullshitting you. My shit got tore the fuck down. Damn. Damn. It literally took out the bumper. It hit so hard, the grill of my car had knocked off the Hellcat emblem. Went through the grill. There's a plastic pieces on the side of the radiator, the fan. Went straight through there into the engine. I'm like, man, this shit, it looks like my car got shot up. My neighbor came over. He's like, where the fuck were you? I was like, West Terra Lane. I was on West Terra Lane. I wasn't even on the highway, okay? I had nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. They need to put more overhangs in this city if we're going to be dealing with shit like this. Because it's crazy.
I said, I was at home. Multiple factors played into play.
I should have kept my ass at home. I'm so mad that I wanted to be the good employee today and go in at lunch and be the right guy. Do what you said you're going to do. You said you're going to work from home in the morning. Go in and do what you're supposed to do. I tried to leave to beat the shit and got beat to shit. Like, but I will say, and again, I'm a firm believer in God. I will say God is so good that the shit that hit my windshield on the driver's side did not penetrate. You look at my passenger side, there's multiple penetrations. It's just through the tint, and that's what's crazy is when you think about it, the tint is supposed to keep it from blowing in. And it went straight through the tint in multiple spots. Glass all over the dashboard, glass all over the seats. It's, I pray for those people that, like we talked about before the show, that don't have the means or didn't have insurance or didn't have things in order to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm putting myself in everybody's shoes, man. I'm seeing these videos of, it's like O'Fallon, Missouri got hit hard, and that's where our work headquarters is. So I'm seeing these lots of like glass and hail just shattered everywhere, and it's like, dude, if I'm being real, 100% transparency, it's the 10th. I just got done paying every single fucking big bill.
14th.
And I have all the groceries stacked. Gases are full. Fuck it. Everyone's happy. Bellies are full. Haircuts are done. And I got about $800 left after I've also paid a big ass bill. Because, I told you 2024 is I'm getting out of debt type of bullshit. So I even did my fucking goal for, March. And so I know my deductible is $1,000. If I'm walking out of work from day and I see that fucking windshield cracked and shit, I don't have $1,000 to throw as a deductible.
Think how many people's is.
You're lucky you're able to budget a $250.
Well,
I'm not trying to honestly, shit out there.
No, it's being real. Like, I think about how many people up their deductibles because we live in St. Louis. We don't get in many car accidents. So a lot of people do up them to, $1,000 to make sure that the premium monthly payment is down. And I've always been one of the people that, if money was tight, I wanted to always make sure that if something did happen, I get in a car accident or something, then my car is not going to be sitting, and I can at least pay it, right? And now is a point in time, like I literally just 2 days ago went on a tirade about why do I pay so much in fucking insurance and I never fucking use it, and why the fuck do I got it? Today I'm on the phone. Be like, hey, and thank y'all for being in existence. I appreciate you guys and everything you do for me. I love that I've been with you guys 16 years, but y'all have to pay me every dollar I've paid y'all back. I promise you, because you're about to be taking care of a hell of a bill. I promise. I'm like, and in my mind, it's like, please don't total it out, but there's no way that the value and the damage is going to total it out. I mean, but then again, they're going to have to repaint the whole car because the hail hit so hard. I had ceramic coating that when it hit, it didn't take the paint off. It just shattered it, spiderwebbed. So they're going to have to repaint that shit. It's going to be a brand new car when it comes out. And then once I get it, show me that depreciation check. And 2024, here we come, baby. Because it looks like this one wasn't meant to be.
Well, no, just that's where it turns into just being the real. It's like, dads, that's where the emergency credit card comes in.
Facts.
And so
we're blessed to have that.
Right, have real life. It's like,
this economy has fucked people's credit up. People have maxed out credit cards on groceries. I was just talking to a customer that literally, I was like, what emergency card you got? We can throw it on there. And she said, my emergency card paid for my groceries the last 4 months.
I believe that. I've been there. I was there 3 months ago.
But how blessed are we that we're in a position that we have a company that values us enough that it pays us enough to cover our bills, right? Because
fuck no. I'm blessed that I have a work ethic in a circle that keeps me in check, bro.
Yeah, but we're also blessed to have that company because there are so many people that do what we do that don't make the money we make.
And that's why I'm blessed to be surrounded in a circle that keeps me in check.
Facts.
So it's like, that's how blessed we are to recognize that real recognizes real. And at the end of the day, we're fucking dads. And so it's like, don't come to me when you got a Stacey J in front of you, a Devin James right by you, or everybody has a Devin James and Stacey J. Whether you're in India, I know you're listening to us, India. Whether you're in fucking Tajikistan, that was one that came up. Russia, come listen to us, baby. What I'm saying is there's a Devin James and Stacey J and everybody. And so it's like, dig down and fucking dig, bro. Right.
Find it.
Find that passion, bro. But end of that, deductibles suck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could have won $0 deductible, but then you'd be paying out the fucking wazoo.
Dude, and then we're in the shit of it right now. Is it bad over there?
It's rolling. It just rolled through. I think they got another wave coming.
Yeah, it's supposed to start at 7:30, it said.
Yeah, so I'll get hit right after you get hit because it rolls over you and then comes to us. But I will say, it just makes me thankful. It's hard to see your blessings, right, when you're in the middle of a storm, hypothetically, metaphorically, whatever it may be. But there's so many blessings from today. Like, I swear to God, my car came off the ground. Like, I don't know if it was because they
No,
call
tell
them
me
like
about that. Like, what do
well,
you
I was
get?
coming down West Terra Lane and dead ass, it felt like my car came off. Not saying I got hit with a tornado. They do there's like this
Like
some
Marty
kind of
McFly in the
well,
car?
no, there's
Or
like a gravitational vortex or some shit they call it when it comes like the wind starts straight lining and it can literally lift you up and put you down. And it felt like my car, as I was getting hit with the hail, it felt like my shit went off the ground and dropped. Because as soon as it dropped, my shit fishtailed a little bit, which it's an all-wheel drive. They don't fishtail like that. So that means I came off the ground and went back down on the ground and caught traction again.
I would have shit my pants like
but what's
real
crazy,
talk.
and this is how I know I'm blessed, man, because this is how I know I'm a dad, right? I guess what we'll say. You get nervous, right?
Yeah.
I got to get home.
Yeah.
That's all that was going through my head. Like, you see these people pulling off in ditches. Your shit's still getting destroyed, guy. I'm getting my shit home before the rain comes all the way through my sunroof and fucks everything up. You know, at least let me get to the gas station. And of course, when I finally made it to the gas station, it was all done. And I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Yeah. Now I'm laying down. Like, I had to put sunglasses on, which it was bad, but I had to put them on because I'm like, shit, the glass is flying through my windshield. Flying. Literally. And it's crazy. Like, I'll post pictures, you know, eventually. I'm blessed, man. Like, when I say I'm blessed, like, I think all the times, like, you know, the shit I'm going through, when I think about certain shit, it's just like, put all my faith in God and I'll just let it be. I'm blessed.
Glad you made it, man.
Hey, God is good all the time. But on to real life shit, the shit that's going on out here in the real world. Did you hear about that fight out in Hazelwood that the school districts are trying to suppress?
You're telling me a little bit about it.
Yeah, they're trying to suppress it. They're trying to turn it into a race play because it was a white girl versus a black girl. Supposedly, rumor has it that the black girl was jumped by the white girl the day before. They end up getting in a fight the next day. Well, this is where I want to come into parenting, right? Both of the parents are present. Okay. They're watching their kids fight. The black girl got the girl to the ground, slammed her head in the concrete a couple times. Now the girl is in critical condition. Trying to try the black girl as an adult. Is it a street fight gone wrong? Yes. But as the parents stood around and watched this shit happen, at what point did you decide to be a fucking parent? Stop this shit. End it. Talk it out.
So both the parents were playing referee?
Yes, sir. If you watch the video, it definitely looks like both sets of parents. And if they aren't parents, who the fuck were they? Because they definitely were related to them. So were
they like cornermen? Like, hey, Jenny, go ahead and elbow her in the face.
Like, you know how a street fight goes. Like, get him,
the elbow,
get him. They end up fighting, and one girl flips the other girl, gets her on the ground. Wham, 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 bam. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, exactly. Guru, so you know what I'm talking about. Guru, that's my guy Marcel, my brother Marcel, and they joined in the fight. It's one of those things that, as parents, we're the foundation of respect.
Yeah.
We're the foundation of ethics, morals, you know, like we're the ones that instill that in our kids. We're in a generation now where kids are so violent.
Yeah.
You should teach your kids to really walk away, because you don't know what that kid's family is saying. You don't even know if they have a family that's telling them don't do it. They could have these thugs out there that they're telling them to go hurt them, right? And this is the situation you get yourself into. A street fight, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Normally it ends in a knockout. It only takes one punch to kill somebody, right? That's a real statement. And a lot of people don't think about that because they're too busy, you know, you're worried about your impression or your reputation.
Yeah.
Your reputation when you get out of high school is so fucking irrelevant. If you're grown and you're still riding on the reputation of who you were in high school,
yeah,
you're a fucking failure, most likely.
That's right.
Just saying it. Like, if you haven't exceeded everything you were in high school as a grown-up, I'm 35. I have stories from high school. I have stories from adulthood. I'm way more proud of who I am as an adult than who I was in high school.
All you Uncle Ricos.
Real shit. And we got to teach respect, man. And I'm calling out to all the dads out there this week. Have a conversation with your kids about the consequences of their action.
Yeah.
That street fight can put them behind bars. They're treating teenagers like adults now. 13, 14, 15-year-olds. When we were kids, 13, 14, 15 meant you could still get away with shit. Nowadays, 13, 14, 15 means you could be tried as an adult. That is a dangerous thing when you find yourself in a felony case fighting for your freedom and you haven't even made it out of high school. And it stemmed over a simple assault case that could change your world for the rest of your life.
Dude,
think about that shit. And as parents, instill your kids to think before they act. Like, what happened to that? Thinking before action. Think about the consequence to what you're going to do. Think this shit through. Be smart. But like you got at the bottom of the screen, the censoring of freedom of speech. You hear about that TikTok ban?
Bruh. Actually, I don't. Jimmy, we took bro out of vocabulary. Stacy, I'm doing something different. Bruv. I did hear about it.
Go ahead.
TikTok ban.
Let you go first.
Sorry, bruv. So when I go ahead and what I'm saying is the TikTok ban was put in like basically, hey, we are the U.S. Senate, and here is a brand new law. China, you will sell to the U.S. or else you are banned in the U.S. And you have this time to decide. Love America. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Tell me.
Oh, did you hear that? That's what it's about. That's literally what happened.
So explain that again, because I want to make sure I'm understanding that correctly.
Okay. The TikTok Albano in America. The U.S. or the House or whatever the fuck put together a bill. And it passed.
Yeah, I did know it passed.
And the bill says, China, you will sell TikTok to America or else you are banned in
So I
America.
did see that the company who runs it needs to sell it. I did see that. I didn't know it was
American company or else you're banned.
At what point do we say this is an attack on freedom of speech? Because you know damn well if America controls it, you're not going to see the shit that's going on in Texas with wildfires. You're not going to see the shit at the border. You're not going to see what's going on in France. You're not going to see all the uprisings around the world. It will be a controlled network where they could. Hold on one second.
You gotta open up your eye,
man. And there you go, Alex. We're on the same page. It's the first step of control, right? It's one of those things that this is the first platform that really showed people what's going on all over the world.
No,
right? Yes, it is.
But listen,
Twitter censored people way more than people want to talk about.
You saying TikTok is censored?
No, well, I mean, it is now. It has been. I was just talking to Casey about this, about how I used to see homesteaders on there giving advice on how to do certain things, or, different ways to, prepare for war.
Can I open up your third eye, bro?
Go ahead.
Dude, America like to go to certain lands and be like, we own you now, man. But now that there's no land to steal, man, they're going to be like, we're going to steal this company, man. And then it's going to open up a gateway of shit. Because they're going to be like, we can do it to China. We can do it to Germany.
Alex is right. They really have said they don't know who owns it. It was created and they don't they know the owner of the company, but because this is the thing, Meta wants to own all social media platforms, right? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
I like the
Snapchat.
Conspiracy theory that Ed Snowden runs TikTok. It just makes sense to me.
I mean, that'd be crazy, but it's not unplausible. Right?
He's the man.
I mean, anybody who can put their foot down and really stand on what they believe in, to me, is the man.
Well,
but I will say that TikTok has educated more people than a lot of high schools have. They teach you, I found out ways to do math from other countries that are incredibly smart. Just simple breakdowns of graphs, how to do, a 90-degree angle math, how to do fractions, just little shit that you're kind of like, why wasn't it taught to me like this? This is so fucking simplified. And then you
Because they
wonder
want to
why
make fun of you.
they do, but at the same point, they need us dumb to be slaves, man. The more educated we are, the harder it is to control us. That's why they don't teach the Declaration of Independence in school. They want us to be dumb slaves. The more numb the mind is, the better a worker we are. You think about it. You compare a school to a prison, it's the same thing. Stand in line for your food. You compare pictures side by side. Like they look the same. School, literally, like he said, school is the indoctrination.
Here's your physical fitness test.
Your 4.0 tells me you're going to be a great fucking employee. A perfect attendance policy tells me that you're going to be the model employee. Like when you think about this shit, there's a reason they ask, what was your GPA? What was your class rank? They don't even ask for the fucking degree. They don't want to see proof that you went.
Yeah.
They just need to know, how good of a slave were you?
Yeah.
And we'll take you. Come on this way. Oh, you weren't a good slave. You stood up. You rebelled. Yeah, we can't invest in him. He might be a liability.
You started fighting when a kid called wrestling fake. Not that happened to me in 4th grade in the 3rd quarter. To me, Brian Smith and Maurice Fox. What?
No, it's just things that when we look at it, as far as how far, perfect word, the indoctrination goes, right?
Well,
it starts at 4-5 years old, training you to be the perfect slave.
Speaking of slaves, Princess Kate, man, did you see that?
Mm-mm.
What? You didn't see? Listen, bruv. So apparently, like the other day, it was like Mother's Day in the Royal England, and Princess Kate hasn't been seen in like
Kate, who? Kate.
The royal family, Middleton. That's it, Daddy. Okay, so she hasn't been
mixed girl.
No, she's white.
I was just curious.
But she's just she's the prince. She's they're still the motherfuckers that still live in England or London or whatever the fuck. Not the other royalty motherfuckers you were talking about. They live in California now.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to bring. Okay.
They were denounced. They denounced their royalty.
So the motherfuckers. Oh, here we go. They know it, bro. So see, she has been. It's Prince William's lady. Yes, thanks, bruvs. So what I'm saying is, they haven't seen her since December, and anytime that he's out, she's covered up her face with like a black veil and has her hair done. But they've seen like the back ear photos, and like it's not lining up or anything. And Prince William did come out that he had a mistress, and she posted a picture on Mother's Day, which to them was like a couple days ago, whatever the fuck, right? And it was done. The image she posted was AI as fuck, like AI as fuck, and everyone was blowing it up. It got to the point where like a fucking private company got involved, and they took this AI photo and they started
dissecting it.
Nerding the fuck out of it. Yes, dissecting it. And fucking then she posted another one. Yes, I'd like to apologize for posting that photo. I like to play with Photoshop to preserve my family's privacy. I didn't know it's caused such an uproar. And she took it down. And I'm like, bruv. Like, I don't say bro anymore because Will Ospreay signed with All Elite Wrestling. But anyway, bruv
is a English term. England.
What? I thought he's from Maudi.
I'm saying
no, bruv. What?
Yeah, or Africa.
Well, I'll take that, bruv. Anyway, so yeah, dude. You didn't hear anything about that, man?
Nah, man. I've been Out of touch.
Get in the bag. I got you.
Yeah. Now that I will say, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Nah, Greg. It got tore up. I'll be posting pictures here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Demolished. Sunroof gone, windshield gone, headlights gone, bumper gone. Completely fucked. Fucked.
Yeah, it looks like you got hit with a 50 cal.
Yeah,
and
it looks like
pierced the
somebody hit it with a
sunroof
100-round drum for sure.
And my daughter's fucking windshield got cracked, and her back windshield got cracked. Fucking
Hey, life happens. That's what we pay for insurance for, Adam. It's all good, Greg. I appreciate it, though.
Deductibles.
Hey, fuck it. I'll pay it. You know, it'll come out the shop, and
deductibles. Hey, just before you to file a claim, just have the shop call the claims number before any work is performed. So
that's crazy that how it tore apart, like Lake St. Louis, Wentzville, all the way up, you know, to fucking St. Peter's. But there are parts of O'Fallon that didn't get touched. Yeah, at a 2023, it's looks like it'll be getting replaced with a 2024. That's all I can say.
Man, yeah.
Life happens, man. Shit happens. I ain't even gonna be mad. It was, you know, less than that. Just broke 10,000 miles, man. Just broke 10,000 miles. Like I literally just looked at the dashboard. It was like 10,002. I'm like, this shit is crazy. So it is what it is. I mean, life happens, man. I'm blessed that I had it. I'm blessed to have it. I'm blessed that I got insurance, you know? So it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm blessed that I'm here because, to be completely honest, the way the hail came through that windshield.
Dude, I've never seen anything like it. Weather-wise.
Oh, I've never. I've heard stories of pictures of this kind of hail. This shit looked like baseballs hitting my shit. Like, I'm talking, when it went through the windshield, that's when I was like, oh, damn. But it was crazy. Yeah, that's right, Greg. Say that because there are a couple people, and this is what I feel bad for. The people that are in positions that can't afford insurance, the people that are in positions that they can't afford the deductible, like we talked about earlier.
Or people who don't have emergency credit cards for a deductible.
Yeah. I mean, there are people that, thank God we get paid tomorrow for all the people that don't have the money right now, you know, like, but yeah, I was on the phone. Literally the first one that cracked that windshield, I was on the phone with State Farm. I pulled that phone out so quick. Oh no, buddy. I was just trying to beat everybody else that's filing claims. Like, I need to be first in line because it's going to take them 6 months to source all the fucking parts. They're going to have to take the car apart. Like when I tell you, like every hard line, right, has a fat dent in it. You're never going to get that dent out and smooth it back to proportion. So you're going to have to take my fenders, I have to take my roof, I have to take everything off that fucking car. But it is what it is. Life happens. I'm here to tell the story, and that's a blessing in my eyes. I try to look at all the positive on even getting the bad, you know. So told me to give full faith to God. So
yeah,
real shit, Paul. You ain't wrong. Somebody gonna buy a new car tomorrow. They'll take that hail damage. Big sales coming. Big sales.
Hey, come walk the lot with Daddy.
Real shit. Yeah. Which one has the least amount of hail damage? Tomorrow's the day for everybody to go buy a Hellcat and go buy a TRX.
There's hella small, like mom and pop dealerships right in that area. What got hit really bad too. That's what.
It's funny you say that, Greg, because I literally just told somebody I wanted an E63, and I'm like, man, the Hellcat. It's a year old. It's 2023, but they got the 2024 now. And honestly, with the way the insurance is on it, I think it might be time for me to take that Mercedes. You know, might be time.
Shit. But, dude, I went and took the family to a gun show this week.
Was this your first time going?
It was my second. I went back in Troy when they were here.
I know, Greg.
A couple weeks ago. And
was it at the Knights of Columbus? Or was
it was at the that was at the Knights of Columbus. This one was at the it's like Steel and Forge Center or whatever the fuck it used to be called, the Lambeau Center.
Out in St. Charles? Yeah.
Yeah. So the shit that's there, honestly, I'm not trying to be like, it's kind of like, how the fuck did they get away with it? Like, there was some Nazi dude. I guess when I talk about it, everybody's like, well, it was history. There was some dude that had like a table that had full blown fucking World War II shit, but it had like Nazi uniforms and it had like fucking the swastika fucking arm bracelet, everything right then and there.
I think I
And it was
know the guy that you're
disgusting.
talking about. Like I've actually been at his booth and was talking about buying some coins one day from him, and he was kind of looking at me crazy. I was like, it's history, baby. And this is how I look at it is like, and this from, different race. History is history, right? This is part of the history. And it is nice that you have people there that are still keeping that history known. Doesn't mean that he is pushing the agenda. It doesn't mean that he is, out there, doing crazy shit,
He wasn't
it's
doing that. You're right.
exactly. So it's one of those things that you have to look at it as he's preserving history that America's trying to write out of the books. Like we literally, you think about they try not to teach the Holocaust now. We got Holocaust museums all over. So it's one of those things that I'm not saying that there aren't people that are in that group of people that are buying it for negative reasons, right? But it is nice to walk in and be able to see that kind of history on display in a small environment, not just in a museum, right? So
I remember people walking by, like, "What the fuck's up with this?" Like, people were making comments. And the only reason
I got a friend that has a fucking 32 from fucking World War II that has a swastika in the handle. He's black.
But
he's black. But guess what? Because his grandfather
buff or something?
No, his grandfather took it from a Nazi soldier in Germany during World War II. That's family history.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? So it's again, there's different ways to look at it. If we put it into the negative perspective, then we're going to cancel history.
Yeah.
Right. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm saying, yeah, go support this guy and pay his crazy fucking price for his Nazi memorabilia because all the shit's overpriced. But it is nice to know that there's somebody out there that if you can go to them and they can explain the history, that says a lot. Now, I don't know if he can explain the history of it, but, I'm just trying to give a different look on it, right? Because we can easily see the swastika and immediately think negative, but that derived when you go all the way back, India is where it originated. This is ancient symbolism that was turned and used in a different way. So, and like you said, Valeria, can't learn from it if they delete it. And that's the truth. So it's better for it to be prominent and forefront.
Thank you for watching on YouTube, Val.
Definitely. We appreciate you. But it's one of those things that I would rather that history be there for the conversation. Even if it'd be nice if it wasn't for sale, it was just a display. And there was somebody there that could be like a historian on the fact and kind of talk about it, right? But it's one of those things that you gotta, again, I told you I'm a person that tries to find the light at the end of the tunnel. We've talked about it. So I don't want to look at it and immediately think negative, right? I want to look at it and say, this is a part of history that people need to educate themselves on so we don't relive it like we're about to relive it in America. As they censor us, as they take our rights away, as they take our shit from us, as they try to seize guns, as they try to stop good people from being able to protect their country, we need to look at it and say, this piece of history is rewriting itself right now. The Third Reich is trying to reform. And we're going to be in a position that if we don't get this shit under control, we're going to relive that history. History repeats itself. It's just going to be crazy to relive that history faster than we've relived other history.
Well, yeah, it's like what happened. I mean, Trumpy won whatever he needed to win, right?
Oh, he's going to be president. I mean, that's no questions asked. He's fucking landsliding everybody.
I mean, that one chick dropped out.
Yeah.
So everybody's done, right?
Nikki Haley or whatever. Yeah, she dropped.
Yeah. So everybody's done. So do you think like
that definitely is scary stuff?
Do you think like fucking now the homie Kennedy's making a comeback? Do you think he's like a plant man to where people don't like?
I think they're trying to take a name that people know and hope that it can beat a name that everybody wants in the office.
That's the fucking slogan, bro. A name you can trust. That is literally their slogan. Kennedy.
You mean a name we can trust, but the last time we trusted him, you assassinated him?
That's what they're saying. Hey,
I mean,
Kennedy.
the CIA assassinated Kennedy. They hired the Mossad to take him out. I mean, it's.
Where's Woody Allen?
Do we really want to look at the fact that we had that good president and our own government officials took him out because they didn't want the agenda going that he was going to push?
Did they own that like for real, or did we just is that like still the?
And this is, man, you can run through history.
Oh no, I've read it. I'm saying, but I don't know.
Nobody wants to own it, but the CIA documents keep getting leaked out. It's going to come out here soon. He was shot from inside the car.
I know.
So it's, and they're saying that they got evidence that he wasn't even shot with a gun. He was shot with it was a gun, but it wasn't like a powder gun. It was like an electrical weapon or, air weapon, and they've got photos that, again, they can generate shit nowadays. So it's hard to believe what you see. I just 100% believe with the reading that I've done, the things I've seen, that there was an act between the Mossad and the CIA to take him out because he was going to change the agenda and the future of America. And it starts making me question things.
What was he trying to do exactly?
I'd have to get into it and pull up some documents.
We need to bring that dude. We always talk about doing
We'll
shit.
definitely. Yeah. And this is one that I don't want to get too far in because I want to be able to speak facts and quotes, right? But
Kennedy, name you can trust.
Well, my question is, you have to think, right? If Trump is the man of the people, they say, right? There you go, Paul. He was trying to eliminate the CIA. So when you really think about this, right? If he was the man of the people, they say, and he was such a threat as they say, and they've kept trying to take him out through, legal ways, at what point do we have to be nervous that they're going to try and take him out completely? And if they don't, then you have to wonder, is Trump the plant?
No.
You can say, you've heard me say multiple times, I support Trump, but you have to eventually, some things are so fake or sound so fake, but they're actually real, right? Fiction is stranger than reality. And who's to say that he's not a plant? We're in a situation in a world nowadays that's kind of like, what the fuck is real? What the fuck is fake? You can generate a video that looks realistic as fuck and it's fake as fuck. You got people like you were just talking about the princess, AI generated photos. They're using it to trick the people. At what point do we say, maybe they're tricking us here? Maybe this was the plan all along. I'm
100% behind, right. I don't think that's the case for everything that we have gone through the past couple years. I don't think Trumpy is a plant because he is against the system. Now, again,
is he against it? Because you go in the history and he literally said he would run Republican because
he did say that because people are stupid. That's what he said.
Exactly. But yet before this, he was surrounded by Democrats. He's so honest. Look, he's so honest that he gets you to trust him, right? When you look at the debates with him and Hillary Clinton, and he owns the shit that he's done. When you put two evils against each other, the one evil that sounds a little bit more honest just sounds better. It doesn't mean that they're not evil.
Facts.
So it's one of these things that, again, I hope he is everything he says, and I hope he does a majority of the things he says he's going to do. I will say, on the other hand, he was the president before, and why didn't he do all that shit before? Or is that just a political movement to get him back in office?
Well, if you and again, I'm just going off. I don't give a fuck about politics. I just go off facts and history.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Aunt Nancy and her fucking puppet man, didn't do a lot of shit while he was in office as well. Matter of fact, they were going out of their way. The house, Uncle Chuck. he was stopping everything. They were stopping everything to like get shit done. And Trump, he was like, yo, fuck you. Right? And so this time he now has motherfuckers in his corner. I think the pieces are in a line. Now, granted, it's one of those things where the government does base a lot of shit about the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And where like
the Declaration of Independence was written based on the Bible, but honestly, you can say it's about the Bible, or you could say it's control of the people, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I only say that because every right we can take from you slowly but surely, you become ours.
Mm-hmm.
And they've taken every right slowly, and they're slowly giving them to immigrants, right? Like, you're telling me that illegal immigrants can have guns, right? But law-abiding citizens can't.
That's right.
You know, so it's one of those things that we get into a position of, you look at gun shows, right? Anybody can go in, buy from them, sell at them.
Dude, anybody.
Right? You can do anything there, right? But then you can be penalized for going to the gun show. The ATF, who sits in front of the building of the gun show, who approves all of the paperwork going on at the gun show, can then turn around and say what you did at the gun show was illegal.
That's crazy.
It's real. I'm living it. So I'm telling you, like, the law is there to benefit whoever has more money. And there you go. And I will put that back up, because I'm going to go in on this for a minute. You look at a Bible from 1775 versus you look at a Bible after. The Declaration of Independence is everything signed. You got America, right? There were 13 months. You know, the birth date of Jesus has been changed. There's so many things that are modified. And now you have, now the best part of this is Disney owns the rights to the Bible now. So what will the Bible look like in 20 years?
Mickey Mouse ears, man.
Who knows? Who's to say the names don't change? I mean, Jesus
will now be Mark.
Technical name. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think, when you go back to original, like the Hebrew and the Torah, right? Or the Torah and Yeshua and Yahweh. You know what I mean? The original names of Jesus, and then you get Jesus put in place. Like, there's so many things that have been altered over time that you slowly implant these things, and then you slowly convert a country into what you call America.
Mm-hmm.
Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that Russia doesn't want homosexuality in their community, but we openly push it? We push transgenderism. We push as much sin as possible and say everybody needs to accept it. Why is it when we talk about Russia, we think that they're living destitute, but then you see videos of Russia, from Russia, and it looks like America in the 90s, in the early 2000s, when shit was flourishing. You don't see ghettos like that in Russia. Go online and really look. Find your news in another place.
No, you're right.
America is full of fucking ghettos.
Ghettos and country.
Ghettos and country. Everything. It's such a business, and I like to put it this way. It's such a business that Wellston, at a point, we're going to talk about Wellston, Missouri. For all those out there in the world, Wellston, Missouri now is not as much rundown as it was. It started as a bustling area, very profitable, one of the places to be, some of the best shopping areas. Then it became a ghetto, where the murder rate was higher than some of the places anywhere in the world, right? Then you turn around and you look at the gentrification that's happening now. The houses before in Wellston were going from $30,000 to $60,000. Now they've got people gentrifying it, and there's houses in Wellston selling for $300,000. See, the concept of America is we have to keep turning over money in real estate. So we're going to build up an area. You look at Florissant. Florissant, Hazelwood, once a great area, great schools. Trump was donating to the school district for sports. Great school district. They gentrified it, took Section 8 in, brought Section 8 out to Hazelwood, Florissant. Crime rate skyrocketed. Where did everybody move from that went to Hazelwood and Florissant? They moved from the city. Those same places in the city, right, are now being gentrified and have $400,000, $500,000 houses. Schools are being built up again. It's just a constant turn of money. Once we've maxed capacity and we can't make any more money out of this, we need to kill it off so we can rebrand it again. It's the same shit over and over. You look at great air, St. Charles. I was just talking about this to a guy at work. I remember when St. Charles was nice area. You couldn't pay me to kick it on Main Street. That shit is a mini downtown.
Oh my God, it sucks now.
It's a mini
Dudes are sleeping
downtown.
on benches.
Homeless everywhere. People getting shot. What did they do? They made their money out of it. Now we're going to crash the value a little bit. Move people out here. We get them out of the area that we can go in and gentrify. We're going to gentrify it, up the value of it. Now they can't go there. We're going to get our max dollar value, let it sit for 5 to 10 years. Then we're going to reverse it. It's been happening nonstop. I can think about this shit growing up. My dad grew up in the north side, white male, Bosnian. He was actually Croatian. Grew up on North St. Louis off Genevieve. Okay. Nice. Once was a beautiful area. Then it went downhill. Now it's crime ridden. They're slowly trying to gentrify it now and bring it back to where it's good. And how do they do that? They push the people out of the area. They bring them into North County. North County's property values start to doop, 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 doop.
Yep.
The north side's values start doop, 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 doop. What do you got? A transition of money. The difference is it's the same people playing and controlling the money. You know, and this
overlords.
Man, everything's a game. It's a game of Monopoly. It's a game of chess, right? You just mix the boards.
Now, real talk, as a businessman and a dad, you know,
okay,
would you buy those dollar houses down in the city ghettos?
Well, there's a trick to that. They're tax houses, right? So me and Asia looked into these a couple times, and it's one of those things that I could buy it, I could pay the taxes on it. Who's to say that you don't come back after I put all this money into it and then you pay the taxes off and I'm fucked? It was a bad investment, right? So if you're going to buy it and sit on it until you get the property deed, then maybe, you know, move on it. But there's so many little things that can happen in there that you could lose that property that, you know, people don't see those fine lines, right? They're tax liens. So basically, I pay the taxes on your house. I take over the property of your house. You come in and all of a sudden you got some money. I done put $60,000 in your house. You all of a sudden pay the tax lien. You own the property again. I just put all this money in there for nothing. So it's a very fine line. If I was going to play with money right now, man, play with gold and silver. Play with shit where your money is going to hold after this dollar crashes. Because we're in a place right now where the dollar is getting close to crashing.
Well, I mean, the BRICS is going there, and it's coming into effect.
Shit, crypto. You look at it, you got to think about, why do you think you got all these major companies buying Bitcoin, right? I honestly have my own personal feeling on this, that they're going to run it up through the roof. They're going to break that $100,000 cap, maybe 150. And then they're going to crash that market because so many people invested their life savings in it. So now we're going to dump our shit, crash it back down to fucking $2,000, and you're out of all this money. While you see XRP is the only one that is really strongly backed by the dollar, Ripple. You know, stocks and investments, man, and that crypto shit, there's so much reading you got to go to it, you know, and just do certain shit. But I think you really got to know before you throw your money into a pot, right?
What you're investing, what the turnaround.
Think about that long term. You know, we've seen pump and dumps from GameStop. Yeah. You know, we've seen pump and dumps from Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, cryptocurrencies. Pump and dumps happen. If you get trapped in that pump and dump, you're going to lose a bunch of fucking money. But we got some music we want you guys to hear, so we're going to jam that out really quick, and then we're going to come back and talk about this hailstorm and round.
Jimmy, get something. Jimmy, anything.
unless you forgot or fell off. I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business. I live this, it's automatic. I win it, so you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid. I'm harder than nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing with no bait. Kid, your boy hold weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Colgate. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for the 3-second tan. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. 5 pounds of courage, bloody base, 10 pants with a gold tee. It's a war dance, a victory step. A raw stance is a gift, and you insist it's my rep. John Cena trademark, y'all are so-so. And talk about the bread you make, but don't know the recipe for dodo. Aiming guns in all your photos, that's a no-no.
John Cena's the man. Dude.
That was not the music I was expecting. But okay, I like.
Hey, I rubbed my nipples in front of him.
Well,
You would have heard about that. I have pictures. Dude, speaking of pictures,
hey, actually, put that clip back up. When you talk about humiliation rituals, did you see what they did to him at the award show? Made him come out there butt ass naked.
Dude, you think that's what it was?
Let's see what happens to John Cena in the next couple years.
Like good or bad?
That he blows up.
He's already blowed up.
Yeah, he's faded off. He's gonna blow up.
Like super famous?
Super famous. The people that aren't wrestlers will know who he is. I really believe
he's already at that level.
Shit, I wouldn't know who John Cena was if it wasn't for wrestling.
You think? I mean, you got Peacemaker.
Oh, he's in the new Mortal Kombat game. I mean,
I
know he has
Peacemaker. As Peacemaker.
I don't know who any of this shit is.
Peacemaker's from DC because he had his own web series. He had his own like TV series. Peacemaker's
you gotta
comic
pay
book
your dues
character.
to keep it going. I mean, this may have just been him paying his dues to keep it up.
Man, I didn't even think about throwing up the Illuminati sign like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's some things that go on that is deeper than we'll ever know. Symbolism is a big thing, you know. I will say, if you know, what is it? If that's what gets me paid, you know what I'm saying? I was like, if that's what gets me paid, like, I'll let me. I just sacrificed the Durango, okay? Like, I lost my baby. Like, go ahead and pay me. But no, as far as I want everybody to be safe through this shit, because as it rolls through the United States, man, people are just steadily getting smacked, and it's just like, stay safe. I feel bad for the people that are outside that don't have a place to go. I couldn't imagine if a motherfucker just got hit with one of them fucking things that hit my car. It would kill you.
Or
it would fucking kill you. It would be like being stoned.
Like real talk, take pictures like you've been doing, video, because the adjusters are going to come out. They're going to want to know where you were.
Documented.
They're going to want to know how fast you were driving. They're going to try to find some dumb loophole.
I got State Farm. They don't do that. I've been with them.
They're going to be like, when's the last time you changed your windshield wiper blades? Because
it's a brand new car. It was on its second oil change, right? Like, I literally was going to be taking it in for its second oil change.
Dude.
Not too much you can argue on that one. You know, it's well kept, garage kept. I mean, shit happens. I'm worried about other people, man. Like, I'm blessed. Evan, like, I'm blessed. I have insurance. I'm taken care of. I'm worried about the people that aren't. You know, it's one of those things that shit is crazy out here. Like, for those who don't have a place to live, for those who don't have shelter, for those who don't know where to hide, for people that don't have a place to go, I feel for them. Like, that is a real thing. And I think we as people lack compassion. You know, and we're raising these kids like we talked about earlier with this violent shit. Like, we need to teach compassion again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not everybody is fortunate. A lot of people are entitled and aren't entitled to shit because they never had it. You know, I'm a person that didn't have shit. Like, I'm not worried about losing material shit. I'm worried about those who didn't have shit and they just lost their last. People out there right now that got holes in their roof.
Only transportation.
Only mode of transportation. People just got their windows blown out of their house.
Paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, this sucks.
All I can do is say a prayer for them and hope that this shit works out. You know, because we're in a country where we're worried about hail, right? There are people overseas that are worried about bombs.
Yeah.
When you think about it, there are innocent people out there losing their families because of political motivation. Like, it shouldn't be like this. And as dads, I think we got to look at this shit a little different. We're raising the generation of where we need to instill compassion. And you don't have to be, what did Cat Williams say? You don't need to be gang banging on bacon, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill the fuck out. It's okay to have a heart. It's okay to be human. It's okay to have compassion, to have empathy. It's okay to want the next person to succeed. That's part of brotherhood, right? You want your brothers to win. You want your brothers to succeed. Shout out to Chef with the Munchies. Check him out on TikTok. You know, like, there's certain things we want you to succeed. It shouldn't be, oh, I got to be better than the next person. Man, be better than the version of you were yesterday.
That's right.
You know, it's sad to think that there's no morals and respect. You got kids fighting elders. You got teenagers hitting their grandparents. Like, what world have we come to that we okay elder abuse? You know, these are
depends how you say that. Like, talking back.
I mean, hitting them, physically assaulting them.
Dude, if an elder hits me, like, listen, my I'm not gonna say who. It really wasn't me. I'm not gonna say what we're. You know what? Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. My fucking family had a fallout after my grandpa died. Horrible one. And long story short, there was a funeral, and my grandma, who left and packed everything, moved to Virginia. She showed up for this fucking funeral.
Okay.
And my mom was there at the funeral, and they fucking ran into each other at the parking lot. And they fucking had their words, and my mom was, clapping back, and my grandma smacked my mom. Mind you, this is
mom? Is that her mom?
Yeah, that's her mom. That's her mom.
And guess what? You just got smacked by your mom.
And so my mom slapped her back.
That's crazy to me.
And she's 54 and my grandma's 75.
That's crazy to me.
And so my grandma said, I can't believe you would hit me. And she's like, we're adults. And I'm like, I'm with that stance. Like, it's not that you're my mom. So
you're talking about a 54-year-old. I'm talking about kids.
No, what I'm saying.
There's no comparison. You can.
You're saying just because it's your mom? You're saying, like, just because.
Well, I'm going to say, honestly, your mom is your mom. You should never hit your mother. Okay. But second is I'm talking about these fucking 12, 13, 14-year-olds that are hitting their fucking grandparents.
Because they feel entitled.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to say it again. I don't care how old. If my mom was still alive, rest her soul, she could hit me, and I'm going to have to accept it because I know it comes from a place of love. Right?
Well, that wasn't this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, like, every scenario is different, right?
Yeah.
I grew up in a household of love. So I know if my mom's going to put her hands on me, either I disrespected her, I stepped out of position as her child. But the other side of that is a lot of elders don't understand that their kids grew up. Me and my mom could have those tough conversations. We could have real conversation. Like, we could talk about the shit that affected me as a child. And she wouldn't be offended. So there's different levels to it. But I'm talking about, like, there's these videos rolling around Twitter, rolling around Facebook of kids hitting their parents, hitting their elders. Hey, man, stop that shit.
You know what we should maybe do?
Stop that shit. What's up?
Okay. Oh, fucking next week we should maybe talk about why my mom slapped my grandma.
You can talk about it right now. We got time. I'm listening.
That would be an extra hour. I don't have the fucking time. I was like, we go to that rabbit hole. Totally change how we do as two tired dads. But you want to talk about trauma, just get it out there? Fuck it. Let us two guys just talk about it.
I mean, we
I'll
all
tell
suffer
the whole
from it.
world the whole story.
Hey,
But
men's
that's
mental
something.
health matters.
But, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But, you know, it's been like an hour. Jimmy,
Well, really quick.
keep going.
Your mental health matters. There's so many women out there that don't want to hear your feelings and will cut you off when you try to say them. It's all about their feelings. Talk to your friends. Talk to those around you. Matter. Get it off your chest. There's too much shit, too much stress. This is going to be a stressful week for everybody. Moms, dads, kids. There's a lot of stress that's about to happen. Storms just roll through. Take a second. Look at it. Talk about it. Move forward. Find the end goal. Prioritize what we got to prioritize. This week we may not be eating emos. This week we may not be going out for steak. Take care of what matters first. Don't put that shit off. And then get back to regular scheduled programming.
I got a shop vac.
And for your mental health.
needs it.
Real shit. But take a minute for your mental health this week. Whatever it may be, go to the gym, go to the sauna, talk to a friend, lift some weights. Just don't smoke some crack. and we'll be fine. You know what I mean? But really, you matter out there, man. Take a minute. Take some time for yourself. You've earned it.
Jimmy. Anyway, I'm Devin James.
I'm Stacy Bonds.
It's been another interesting episode. We love you, babies. Thanks for tuning in. We are
Too tired. Dad.
I moved my shit downstairs to be connected directly to the modem.
I like it.
I don't like the whole. Last week was like this. It was like fucking Stephen Hawking trying to think the most.
I think you should put a bar for us. Album coming soon.
Yeah. No, bars aren't coming. Cousin Nathan, crap at me that $26, baby.
Happy Steak and BJ Day, fellas. I'm gonna say it for Nate.